Sarah Pilla with sports.
There's a lot of college athletes around the country, but not all get the chance to keep playing their sport once they graduate. After winning their season opener versus Black Hills State, ASU is traveling to AT&T Stadium to face Colorado State Pueblo. Here I'm joined with Central head coach Brent Davis. Coach, what do you perceive might be a factor with weather? Do you think that's not going to be a factor whatsoever tonight? It's homecoming. There's got to be a lot of festivities going on this week, and with festivities might come distractions. How do you keep your guys focused? Katie showed me some exercises she teaches her teammates, including the goblet squat, and I admit, I see why her legs are so strong. Over in Ballinger, they're looking to fill about half the positions on both sides of the ball, but Coach Wiley says just after a few days of practice, they're already ahead of where they were this time last season. Why is Texas a good place to have some fertile ground for recruits here?
Well, because there's so many good programs and there's so many good players.
Switching gears a little bit, I did hear that your father went to Snyder, so I gotta ask, how has it been living at home this past week, and where does his loyalty lie?
Oh, it's great. He's a Lakeview Chief through and through.
Everybody is in a good mood, obviously, as Central really dominated Midland here, 63-21.
These seats may be empty now, but come Friday night, you can expect a large sea of green.
It's week 5 of the NFL season, and featured in primetime were the San Francisco 49ers and Houston Texans. What was the game plan this week for you guys, and did they execute far beyond your expectations on the defensive side of the ball? You look like you're in great shape. Are you going to come out and throw a few at all while you're here? Moving to the top of the 9th and tied at 4, runners in scoring position. Nelson Cruz with the chopper up the middle. The Cowboys will play in the afternoon, their 3:25 start against the Chargers in San Diego.
All right, and the Texans, they're playing?
They will be home. They're playing the Seahawks, and then of course at night I'm so excited because the Patriots are in primetime. That is my team. They will be in Atlanta taking on the Falcons.
Yes, and we will be airing right after that game. We'll be right back.
It's not every day that an NBA superstar comes to San Angelo to teach young kids about shooting a basketball. For the Spurs' Danny Green, it's a priority of his to reach out to the next generation during his off time.
Like I said, I enjoy working with kids, and I remember how it was being a kid growing up.
Some of the younger kids were thrilled to have the chance to play with an NBA athlete, and I met with a pair of 6-year-old twins who were excited at all the baskets they made. How many shots did you make today?
10.
10? How many shots did you make?
9.
The majority of the kids at the Shooting Stars Clinic won't become basketball superstars, but for those that strive to become successful like Danny, he says there's no easy way to make it to the top.
You can't really explain it in words. There's a lot of sacrificing that you have to do.
No matter where these kids end up when they're adults, this day will certainly be remembered by most of them as special. The room is packed for the most prestigious speaker at the 40th Angelo Football Clinic. That guy is 4-time BCS National Championship head coach Nick Saban, and he's giving back.
Everything that I know I learned from somebody else at clinics like this.
Finding the top players around the country, both on the field and in the classroom, is a big part of what makes this coach elite. Over Saban's era at Alabama, he's selected a handful of Texas talent, like Southlake's Cade Foster and Houston's Damian Square.
We've had some really good players from Texas. Both those guys have really contributed.
For the Texas high school coaches listening and taking notes, it could be one of their players that Saban takes note of to play for the Crimson Tide. Sarah Pilla, KSAN, San Angelo Sports Channel. Well, Game 2 of the ALCS continued tonight in Boston at Fenway. The Tigers led the series 1-0 as they took Game 1 Saturday night, holding the Red Sox to a single 9th-inning hit. As the Red Sox lineup faced stellar pitching in Game 1, well, the Tigers' rotation isn't getting any easier. They face Detroit's ace Max Scherzer tonight. Top of the 3rd, keep your eyes on Dustin Pedroia at short. He makes the incredible play to get Austin Jackson out at first. Great grab, great throw. Fear the beard, but also fear last year's Triple Crown winner Miguel Cabrera, because in the 6th, he hits a solo shot off Buchholz, igniting a 4-run inning as Detroit leads 5-0 after 6. Believe it or not, the Red Sox rally and take Game 2 6-5 as Jared Saltalamacchia hits a walk-off hit in the 9th.